Hello everyone, welcome to the preview video of the fifth test happening in the Border Gavaskar Test Series, which is gonna be hosted by the Sydney Cricket Ground. So the fourth test is done, and it's been a roller coaster ride.
Yep, it has been a lot of incredible performances on both sides. From Australia, Sam Constas, Steve Smith, Pat Cummins, and from India, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Bumrah as always, and yeah, a lot of things happened in this fourth test.
Can't forget Washington Sundar though.
Washington Sundar, obviously, and yeah, a lot of things happened on the field, off the field. Kohli being called a clown.
Clown?
Yeah,
Oh,
by the Australian media, and that was not required, I guess. And Constance playing with the crowd at the boundary there, and Bumrah giving it back to him, taking out his middle pole, and emotions. Nitish Kumar Reddy after scoring that 100, his father.
oh my God, those tears, man.
Yeah, that
Great.
was a moment which will live long in his family for ages, I feel. And yeah, ultimately Australia ended up on the winning side, and India tried hard, but unfortunately they couldn't, draw the test. Yeah,
I guess the batsmen were not able to pass on, the baton,
the
the
senior.
performance baton. You see,
Yeah,
didn't happen again in the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
yeah.
So talking about considering the performance which has happened in the MCG in the
Mhm.
fourth test, how do you think players will be ready to perform or wish to perform in the Sydney Cricket Ground uh, on the third of?
Looking at the test series, yeah, India has to win the test to retain the BORDER GAVASKAR Trophy and have an outside chance of qualifying for the WTC final. So they have to bring up their A game, definitely, and looks like they will look to play the same squad. I guess they might look to bring in a batter, extra batter, Shubman Gill. But I feel since Sydney traditionally doesn't have much of bounce, and the spinners play a vital role in the second innings. So I feel India will play with two spinners, and yeah, maybe they will play with the same squad. Australia, on the other hand, they are pretty much settled. There is one problem though with Mitchell Marsh. He has been underperforming for some time now, and his speeds are not being up to the mark, bowling at just 120. So they might look into Bo Webster, who has been performing well at the Sheffield Shield competition, and he is a pretty useful all rounder. And yeah, Australia look very settled, and they might produce a flat pitch at Sydney so that they can draw the game. But knowing Australia for like 20 years as a Aussie fan, I know that they will look to win this game and make it 3-1, and not take any risk going to Sri Lanka if they get whitewashed. Hopefully they don't. But yeah, it's going to be a really interesting game, and it sets up the series very beautifully.
When we talk about Mitchell Marsh's performance, I've kind of found a pattern where I guess in the second innings there is it has been a very normal thing for the Australian middle order to collapse. You've seen that, right?
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So all the way from once Smith gets out, it's a party of wickets. Bumrah being Bumrah taking all those wickets every time. He's always been a major stakeholder of taking out the maximum number of middle order batsmen. So it's like Smith, Marsh, Carey, Travis Head again, getting out in the second innings. So I feel that they should this time in the SCG maybe they could as you told the A game, right? So they kind of uh, not fall into the traps or try to score hard runs as soon as possible. I felt that's why they've lost sooner wickets in the middle order section because Marsh tries to score as soon as possible. Head tries to score as soon as possible. Carey does the same job, but Carey is kind of a slow starter, but he tries to
He has
take
been
over as soon as possible.
he has been in good form in the Shield, Kerry.
Yeah,
So yeah, the lower. if the middle order is failing, it's been covered up by the tail ender. So
But the I feel that for the lower order and the tail enders to
yeah, the
perform,
foundation has to be set up by the
yeah,
top.
that is there. But I feel that whenever Australian tailenders and the lower order performed, it's all because of the mistakes committed by the bowling of India, the
Exactly.
field sets, etc., and even the kind of balls bowled. I've seen a lot of outside off stump and very onto the bat balls bowled. Full length, good length.
Coming to that point, what do you think Rohit can do to get the tail unders out quickly? Because as we have seen in the MCG test, Australia they were 311 for six on day one,
Right.
and they went on to score 470 odd. India also responded really well, 220 for seven and then 369.
Right.
But in the second innings, the Australia won 91 for six, and from there to go on to score about 200, that is not acceptable. That Australia were in a decent position, but because of the poor captaincy, they went on to a very strong position. So, what do you think Rohit can do to get the tail enders?
So as we speak before, we know that SCG is gonna give a lot of major support to the spin bowlers, right? So I feel that make use of them rather putting the burden onto Bumrah. Try to use the spinners well, intimidate the batters, have a close fields, attacking fields. Try to get the players play into the air, right? Lure them into the traps. That's how you get tail into wickets, right? So if you see in the MCG, you have when Bumrah came out to bat, or to that extent when Siraj came out to bat, they were kind of pack of people surrounding the tail end batsmen, right?
Right.
So that intimidates them. That questions the batsman to he will start losing his gut towards playing a shot or trying to hit a shot over the positions within the 30-yard circle. So I feel that Rohit should use Jadeja and Washington Sundar in order to get the tailenders out, right? So, and not just the tailenders, I feel overall whenever the Australian lineup is trying to bat, right, you try to attack them as much as possible. And one more thing is what I saw when Australians were 91 for 6, Indians our bowlers were trying too much to get a wicket. Right? I feel that, and why did Bumrah succeed in taking wickets? Because he kept it simple. Right? Ball on the same length again and again, hit it hard, and ask questions to the batsman. But on the other side, if you see Siraj, Akashdeep, they were trying too much to get wickets. Trying to bowl Yorkers and bowling it full, or either over pitching the ball, something like that. And I feel that this should not happen. Hit the deck, ask the questions, you'll get the wickets. Consistent bowling is the key to take wickets, right? Bumrah is getting wickets just because he's consistent, hitting the deck hard, and trying to ask questions to the batsman. And while coming to the spinners, you can't just ask spinner to take wickets out of nowhere. He should get the support from the field. When you have a lot of gaps, right? You can see that you have whenever spinner came to bowl, Rohit had only one slip. There is no field surrounding the batsman. You have a couple of fielders at the boundary. Why is it? You have seen that Rishabh Pant had played a very, kind of, he heaved the bat and you got a catch there. Obviously, the Australian batsmen are not going to play the same shot and get out. Talking about that. So, I feel Rohit should use his field well and try to attack the batsman as much as possible, ask questions. So, that I feel that is one of the major concerns which Rohit should be worried about. And one more thing is, as we spoke, a couple of minutes before, where we thought that the base of the score should be coming from the top order batsman. So if you see from Australian perspective, Khawaja has not scored a lot of runs, right? And he's been falling for Bumrah's tap all over the series.
Yeah.
So how do you think Australian openers should react to Bumrah's explosive spells, which is bowling at the first start?
I feel that Australia should look to rotate the strike more often. They are just being stuck at one end, giving Bumrah chances to build dots and build the pressure on them. Strike rotation is really important, and also have that intent of scoring runs and not just looking to survive a new ball. That doesn't mean like go out and just heave around and just try to score boundaries. Have that intent while defending and while leaving as well. That gives a message to the bowler that yeah, I'm in the contest. I want to stick it out for my team, and if we do that on a consistent basis, the uh, bowler has to change his plans, and he might give you that loose ball which you can put away for four. And if you somehow get the ball older in 30 overs, the kookaburra doesn't swing much. The pitch also flattens out, and I think that's the secret to uh, playing Bumrah and the other bowlers.
So, and as we know that SCG does give support to the spinners, and we have Jaishwal playing at the top order for the Indian batting lineup. So I feel that he has the intent of playing shots and also leaving the balls well. He has been doing this since the start of the Test series. So I feel that Indian top order, Rohit has to change his mindset.
Yeah.
I feel he should be more confident in leaving the balls, trying to hit the balls, and
Just go
start
past
scoring
Bumrah in
runs.
number of wickets.
Okay, so yeah, maybe he can do that. And Virat Kohli, I feel he should he
Just
should
stop flirting out there.
yeah he should stop that. I feel
You can idolize Sachin actually, where Sachin scored like 240 odd in
oh that beautiful
2003
innings.
BGT, I guess. Yeah, BGT 2003 without any cover drive. So I think Kohli can idolize that and implement that in his game, and yeah, uh, that will be one of. I don't know about you and me, but Star Sports will get an orgasm seeing that.
That's gonna happen for sure. So do
Just
you
putting
think?
a split screen of Sachin and Kohli.
Yeah, that analyzing how he could have batted and how he
Yeah.
has batted now. Yeah,
Mm.
that's gonna happen for sure. So do you think both of the teams will be having the same squad, or do you think there can be changes in the Indian team? Because I don't feel Australia does change anyone because
Doesn't change anything.
yeah, maybe they don't change or they don't bench anyone from the present team. So do you think there might be some changes in the Indian lineup for the fifth test?
It's hard to say, mate. I think India will go in with the same team. They won't bring in an extra batter, and as far as Australia is concerned, they will also have the same team. So yeah.
So Rohit, please use Washington Sundar well and attack the
Yeah,
batsman.
mate. So the series is finally coming to an end, and uh, yeah, hoping for a very intense contest. And
Yeah,
yeah,
come on, India, let's do it.